Hello friends, it's Susan with Susie Simply Handmade. Let's do a fun Christmas project. I have a little decorative cutting board here we're going to be using. I think I ordered this online on Temu. I think you can probably get these at the Dollar Tree. We're going to be using a sheet of music paper out of a hymnal. We're going to be using some pieces of lace to make some little angel wings. I have a large wooden bead. I have a small wooden ring. All of these you can order online at places like Amazon. I have a raffia bow that I have made, some twine, some wooden clothespins that I've taken apart already. And then I've got a sanding block, some scissors, of course my glue tool. I'm going to be using a little bit of this nutmeg brown paint. So I'll need a paintbrush and some water, and then I have a little piece of twine to make a hanger if we want to hang it up. You'll need decoupage glue. You can either use Elmer's glue or you can use Mod Podge as well, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to first just Mod Podge our music sheet right on here. You can even purchase used hymnals and music sheet pages online. Decoupage glue on there. We're just going to place this down. And then we are going to, I'm going to cut off the excess with this. But first I'm going to heat it with my heat tool to make sure we get out all the wrinkles, all the air bubbles, all the things. Then we are going to trim off the excess and sand it down with my little gator sander tool. Okay, now that I have this finished, I'm going to take a little bit of my nutmeg paint. I'm going to put it here on my paint palette. We're going to get a brush with a little bit of water on it. And we are going to just distress the wood and the paper with a little bit of this paint. I like it anyway. To kind of distress and give the edges some interest, and you can do it as dark or as light as you want to on your wood. We're also going to be covering this with some twine, so it's not really going to show up around the handle or anything, but I want to go ahead and distress it to match, you know, the paper and all, just in case you see some of it. So I'm just going to go along the edges, do a little distressing. You can use a baby wipe to wipe some of this back if you want. I usually just use my hands. It's just acrylic paint. It washes off really, really easy. And then there's what it's looking like, okay? Like I say, nothing perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and we are going to get our clothespins ready. I am going to mix a little bit darker paint for these so that they will stand out. I'm gonna use a little bit of Waverly Truffle for the clothespins. I have my clothespins all stained, painted, dried, and ready. I'm gonna be using like a little dress here. We're gonna glue these down. We're going to put the first two, the flat sides facing one another, kind of close together, but not too close. Then we're just going to spread these out as we go, but we are going to have the curved sides facing out this way and out this way. Okay, so there's our little dress at the bottom. Now I'm going to tie a piece of twine around my 3 little pieces of lace that I have cut here. And they're not cut even or anything. I just chopped out 3 rectangular pieces of lace. So we're going to glue that right there on top. And kind of push it down in there well, because we got to leave room for the head up there. So there is our dress and our little wings. All right, let's get the little head put on here. Glue it right down. Right against those wings. Here's what she's looking like. Here's what she's looking like so far. Look how pretty she looks already. And then we will add her, add her little raffia bow. Let's cut it down. So then we're going to add our little rusty star, because I just think that is so pretty, and it ties in sort of the brownish rust color that I used for distressing. So we're going to add that right on here. Now we have to also stain our little halo. Actually, let me just lightly stain it, because I don't want it to, I want it to stand out. Maybe we want to just leave it. Let's just leave it plain, because if we stain it, it's going to match too much, and it's not gonna stand out. Let's just leave it plain. That is so pretty. Look how pretty she is. Isn't that gorgeous? I did go ahead and distress this handle just in case you could see part of it. I wasn't sure what all you would be able to see. And I am using a little bit of glue because it wants to slip sometimes out of place. So I'm trying to hold it in place as I wrap it and put a little bit of glue as I go. Anyway, this looks really nice. And then we will just add a little hanger up there at the top. We may even tie some little rusty bells hanging here. I think that would be pretty. So let's get a piece of twine. Just get a little short piece of twine, make a little hanger. And I'll just tie it up here at the top so that we have a little hanger. You can absolutely put this in your Christmas tree. How many of you use large ornaments in your Christmas tree? I love to add large ornaments in my Christmas tree. So this for me, I would absolutely put right in my Christmas tree. Now I'm gonna add a little piece of twine with some rusty bells here because I think it needs a little something else. Let's grab a couple of rusty bells and add those on here as well. We're gonna tie them on a little piece of twine at the top and let those dangle. Okay. So we'll find a really thin little piece of twine that we can string those on. And a little glue on the end of my twine here so I can twist it and get it through those. Okay, I'm going to tie this in a knot on this top of this one. Okay, we're going to put one on the other end. So again, put a little glue here on your twine, twist where you can get it right through there. Pull that through. We're going to tie that on this end. Brought it in a little bit farther because I don't want this to be real long. We're going to cut that off. Make sure it's tied tight so it won't come loose. Okay. Then we are going to just attach these on here. I'm going to put another little rusty star right where they're glued. Okay, so we're going to put them dangling a little bit like that. Okay, just hanging down, and then I have one more little rusty star, and I think we'll finish this off nicely. And like I say again, if you don't want to use a rusty star, use whatever you have on hand, or if you don't have a rusty star, I just love a good rusty star. I love the whole primitive thing, rustic look, all of that. And then we have a completed project. Look how gorgeous that is. It would be a really cute gift idea. You could tie it onto a package for someone to use on their Christmas tree or to hang it in your home somewhere. I absolutely love this. I think she is so pretty. She's one of a kind. I absolutely love her. I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about this fun project. Let me know if you're going to try to make one. If you do, I would love to see it. So if you make one, be sure and share with me. You can send it in a message. You can post it in the comments. I would love to see it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll be back again very soon with another budget-friendly project. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, everyone.